Well, God, I've just been sick now for such a long time, and I just don't know why I can't get better. I'm sick. I've been sick for like 10 weeks now, and I just can't seem to get any better. It's really awful, and this is going to be a kind of a depressing post, so I'm sorry about that. But being sick like this and feeling like this has really made me aware of, how sad my life has been, and it's really too bad that I have to be aware of it because it doesn't make it any easier for me to go on living it, that's for sure. Now, I'm going to share a couple of things that are a little disturbing. Now, I had a very good friend who I could really use right now who died back in the year 2000. And he was a roommate of mine, and I discovered the body actually when he did that, and before he did it, he advised me to do the same thing. Somehow he had some knowledge of my future. I don't know how he got that, but this stuff, it turned out as the years went by that he was quite accurate at predicting what would happen to me. And his thought was that artists, people with talent, that there's really nothing for them here, and that they deserve much better than what they get from this world. And his decision to leave the world was kind of based on his knowledge of himself being an artist, and feeling like he was just tired of the humiliation of having to be less than what he was, which was an artist. He had talent. He wanted to be a painter. He wanted to be recognized for his talents. And instead, they had him digging holes in a landscaping company. In my case, I'm a little bit better off than that. I drive a forklift, but I'm an artist too. And actually, this is another topic that really depresses me, is that, and I'm sorry if I've offended people with some of the things that I've said when I was angry in the last couple of weeks. And it's, when you're feeling sick, you're not yourself, and sometimes you fly off the handle, and you can be rude, and I'm sorry if I've done that, if I've offended people, and I didn't mean it. I'm generally a pretty easy guy to get along with, and I'm usually full of love for my neighbors. But I'm sick, and I'm not getting better. And anyway, about my website that I have up, the davidskrzykowski.ca/mysharedlifework, that you'll find there like hours and hours of music, hundreds of pages of poetry, and thousands of pages of comedy. And this is all the very best that I could offer the world. And I gotta say that when I was offering it, my motives were very pure in producing and offering that work. Whether it was back in 2000, maybe 1990s to 2007, the first time I shared it, or whether it was on rewriting it, as I was doomed to do from 2010 to pretty much the present. My motives were very fine in producing and sharing that work. I wasn't trying to get rich. I wasn't trying to be a star. I was just, what I was trying to do? I was trying to make a friend. I was just trying to make a friend. I was offering the best I could offer in the hopes that maybe I could make a friend out there by putting it on the internet. Maybe somebody would find it and we could be friends. We'd have, maybe if I made them feel good with a song or a laugh, that we could be friends. And that didn't happen. No matter how many years, how much I struggled to produce my very best, it didn't happen because it was more important to make money with this work. than it was for me to have friends, make friends with it. Such a pity, how I was deprived of such a basic human need out of my work so that others could stuff their pockets with cash for this work. And so here I am now, and I've been sick for like 10 weeks or something, and I'm not getting any better. I'm probably going to have to quit my job because I can't handle it when I'm feeling like this. And I have nothing left but the memory of this dear friend of mine from the year 2000 who warned me that my future would not be good and that I might need to follow in his footsteps the day before he ended his life by his own hand. So, and that's where I am now, and that's why I'm putting this up, and I just want people to know I'm sorry if I offended you, whatever, that if you could just understand that I'm not well, I'm very sick, and when you're feeling sick and you've tried so hard to make friends, you've given the best that you could for such a long time, not to even make one single friend out of that effort and all the years that you put into it, well, it affects your mood and it makes you lash out, I suppose, sometimes when maybe you shouldn't, just so you know. Hey, if I'm not posting any more videos here after this, maybe I took my dear friend's advice from 24 years ago. Kind of wish I would have done it before I shared his song on YouTube.